What's good, everybody?
Hey, what's happening with ya? Boy?
Welcome to the E and J Uncut.
Yo.
Episode 11.
It's your boy J.Kendall.
It's your boy E, a.k.a. Joe Hammond. You know?
Cloud Rise Studios, we here again. How you guys doing? You good? I hope y'all good. You good?
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
We good.
We gonna hop right into it today?
Hell yeah.
All right, what you got for me? Let's go.
First off, man, y'all go ahead and come cop your E and J shirts.
E and J, yes.
We got
Check
the
out the
gears,
merch,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Got the hats, man.
Hats, anything, what you need.
What you need.
Holla at your boys, you know. Hit us up on
We got what you need.
emailing. Other ways of communication you see down in the description, whatnot. Holla at your boys. We got you. All right.
What we talking about, man? First thing we gonna talk about is milk.
Milk.
Yeah. A lot of motherfuckers lactose intolerant these days.
I'm lactose intolerant, man. I can't be messing with all that milk, man. That man.
So what kind of milk you drink?
I guess I'm kind of tolerant. I can have a little bit of dairy, but not much. But then most of the time, I'm like on some oat milk or some.
Oat milk?
I don't like no soy milk because I ain't with the soy.
Almond milk?
Almond milk kind of, but whatever. As long as it ain't with no
It's
dairy.
weird getting milk out of almonds. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how none of that work really. But
Hey, my question.
what?
Why don't we have human milking factories? You feel me? Like, human milk is the best milk for us.
I mean, I guess, but consider this though too. Why are humans the only species that consume milk past infancy? Like, who else drink milk when you don't see no full-grown animals usually drinking milk? You don't got no dog that be drinking milk usually.
We had this cat though, right? I got this cat.
Maybe a cat, but like not necessarily a cat.
Nah, but it's a male cat. But we got these two kittens, and that
They
male cat was
domesticate.
fixed, right?
Yeah.
And these two little kittens that we got, the two little girl kittens, they be nursing on the male cat.
Nah,
And he just let it go.
That's not nursing.
That's general.
That's
He
not.
be laying there smiling and purring. and shit.
I bet you he is, because that's a whole different type of
They be
nursing.
called him a
That's
transgender cat, man. I'll be like, man, leave General alone. Something wrong with his ass though.
That's not nursing, bro. That's something different.
Well, they was kids. He nursed them until they were grown. He nursed them two little kids until they was grown.
Because it's animals, I guess maybe that's okay. But bruh, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird shit be going on.
I don't think you
But
can.
I be feeling like
I don't think you
if
can
the
take
best milk for us is the human milk, then we should have some type of we can't get no volunteers to make some human milk and package that shit. Like, I'd rather drink some human milk than some cow milk.
I don't know if I
kinda
guess if
depend
it's
on
the
what
best
the
for
human
you,
eating,
you would want your own species. But yeah, first off, humans, a lot of that milk would probably be really toxic because the way people's diets are. You would probably want to get some only eating
like grass fed.
Like, what if somebody was like, think about that. They ate McDonald's, and you know how they've been eating McDonald's all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And
hey,
the way
that's Soylent Green, right?
And they go,
that just came out.
What?
That's Soylent Green. McDonald's is Soylent Green. That's human meat. They putting human meat in that shit.
Oh, see, I mean, I would bet it. I don't eat McDonald's, but
Yeah,
so
don't eat McDonald's.
But point being is, you see how that go. That's like, I don't know. I just can't mess with that kind of stuff, man. Yeah.
Would you, if they package human milk, would you try that? Would that be on your list of things to try?
I don't know. I mean, if it's basically just having some breast milk, I mean, and if it's good for you, right, then yeah. If it's really nourishing and it has, maybe it wouldn't mess with people's bodies. But I don't know. Some, like, they make a weird stigma if you want it past being a baby, right? Yeah. But then we drink cow's milk.
Yeah,
or we drink goat milk.
We pushing them little calves aside and little baby goats. Like, hey, give us that. We gonna drink all that.
So then we gonna drink their milk. But then when we come to our own milk, we saying nah. So I guess it's cool. I mean, it would be cool, and if it was socially acceptable, I guess, or something. But or just to try it, even if it was frowned upon. Like, if it was good for you, even if people didn't like it.
What y'all think? Because I got a business plan. I'm gonna need some volunteers.
Some volunteers.
You can't be a crackhead.
We need some.
Your shit probably dry anyway.
Some organic. You can only eat organic fruits and vegetables.
We have different levels. You feel me?
Well, you got to be at least a 90-day cleanse, right?
Yeah, you got to do a cleanse, and then you can either be on the American diet, which might got some red 40 in it and shit, or you could be on the organic diet. And we got to have different grades of milk.
But you got to have. Hey, if you eat at McDonald's and you want some McDonald's, just imagine that though. It went to their whole body. And then you gonna drink the milk that's produced from that. So,
ladies, if you lactate and holler at me, we gonna make this happen. We gonna see what we can do. Feel me?
Hey man, lactate.
We got a business plan.
Lactating females who want to donate their breast milk to society so that people can have the powers and the nutrients that they need. Maybe, I don't know. Is that healthy or is that not? Y'all tell us if y'all know the answer, because Mr. Barry here said he taking volunteers to.
I'm taking volunteers. We gonna
to exercise a business plan to see
where it get.
See how far we can take it. Hey, maybe there will be a demand. I don't know, but as it goes, they say that that's not something that people should do. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't make those rules. But if it's healthy, but if it's healthy for you, I don't see what the problem is.
Right. I like I be drinking that grass-fed milk, and that's good. But humans can't digest grass. That's another thing. We can't have grass-fed human milk.
So grass-fed milk, I can't really mess with.
You have like vegetarian fed.
I can't be messing with all that lactose, like ice cream. Yeah. Like I want to be having milkshakes and all that, but man, my stomach be messed up. Like one too many times and be like, man, it's not worth it to be just all messed up and get the bubble gutty.
All right, let's get into it.
What you got?
Into the next subject.
What you got?
What we got? Real quick, man.
Real quick. Don't be messing with that milk. Not unless it's organic, because you see what they be injecting them with.
Man,
he neglected
Mike
to
Tyson
say that.
versus Ali, man. Who gonna win? Both in their prime. This is highly debated. I know. We gonna debate it some more.
It ain't highly debated. Ali will win hands down every time, bro. It's not even a question. I don't even know why you even.
Okay, so let's look at it, right? So Ali, he fought some great fighters, right? Mm-hmm. Tyson also fought some great fighters, right?
Bro, Ali was going 15 rounds.
Yeah, but that's because he could, right? But Tyson in his prime. Have you seen videos of Tyson in his prime, bro?
Was it when he fought Sonny Liston, or was it when he fought?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Ali said that Tyson in his prime would fuck him up.
I don't know, bro.
See, because Ali got the movement, right? He got the movement, jazz. He also talking shit.
Well, the only thing I would say is I would say to maybe concretely give that is that Tyson had a devastating punch and Ali did take a lot of punches. So like if he let Tyson haul off on him and like get them hooks and uppercuts in, it could be a wrap. But Ali fought, I forgot what fight it was, but he broke his jaw like in the second round and then continued to fight. And I think that's when they had 15 rounds. So he went like 13 rounds.
Oh no, he was tough
with a broken jaw.
Man.
I mean, he fought what's his name?
See, when I bring up this fight,
when he was fighting Frazier, though, think about that. Frazier had the hook, and he did all that absorption of all those hits. When he fought George Foreman, they thought George Foreman was unbeatable, and you saw what he was doing to people. Like he was ending careers. He was breaking ribs. You know what I mean? Like he was knocking people out.
Ali was a beast, and Ali.
And he went 15 rounds with him in the jungle.
He was good at dodging shit. Like, he would dodge everything. You know what I mean? He could stay move. He got that jab. But Tyson,
he would just outlast.
His power and his bullishness when he was in his prime. I'm talking about his prime. What was he like? 17, 18? You feel me? He was
18 when he was champion. But what I'm saying is, or 20. But the point is, So he did that back then, but Ali at the same time was taller, so he had to reach. and his whole thing was jabbing. So like if he was jabbing him and jabbing
but how did Tyson rush in? He ducked down like
the same. You know who else did that?
Going straight in. Bye.
You know who else? You know who else did that? Frazier. Didn't you see Frazier hold?
Frazier way slower than Tyson though.
But his whole style was he was going bob and weave. He was going to try to duck under them punches, and he would absorb all them punches that bop, 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 boom, and he'll leave you with one. And Ali would hit him with them jabs, bop, 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 hit him on the body, bop, 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 and he still work his way in, and then boom, he come in there with that hook. Same way like Tyson would do, because he would be shorter, so he got to come in, and he got the reach on him, so he keep him at bay with the jab.
Tyson, he ducking down shorter, and he moving faster. And then when he come with the power hit, so Tyson,
it would be a good fight. It would be a good fight.
Tyson gonna rush in, he gonna get one of them good body shots, and Tyson always follow that body shot that disable him.
But what? But think about the difference. Tyson was what, like 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah.
Ali was what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Right.
Think about that difference in reach.
Yeah, it's a difference in reach, but I'm talking about the young Tyson, the bull.
I'm telling you though. The young Ali,
like
the young Ali was quick.
Like a matador though. That motherfucker waving a flag and making motherfuckers
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So Tyson gonna be coming in,
and he fought of the ages, and
he fought like George Foreman. But he fought like Frazier.
I put like $150 on Tyson, ended up knocking him out because he gonna catch him with one of them, and them punches was devastating. Feel me?
But okay, we're gonna have to show you.
These is two. Hey,
we're gonna have to go back and show you them old fights.
These is two of my most punches, two of the people I like look up to the most. Like them two boxers, like Ali. He besides the boxing ring, these are motherfuckers who are incredible people.
Well, if it wasn't for Ali,
Tyson as well.
If it wasn't for Ali, Tyson would probably be like the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? Right. But there you got Ali, and you like, well, hold on.
Have you seen that interview when they're talking about it?
Yeah, but I've seen plenty of it, and I get it, and I understand, and I'm not trying to. Tyson, one of my favorite fighters. Don't get me wrong. Like I saw them fights. I think he's tight. I don't think
everybody two favorite fighters.
Yeah, I ain't gonna disrespect Tyson by that. I'm just saying that I just think Ali would keep him at bay, and Ali was used to taking those punishments. He was used to going fights. I mean, they had death threats on him because you know what I mean. He didn't even get to fight in his prime because of his protest of the war.
Right, that's true too.
He had to give up his belt. Yeah, and then he had to come back. You see what I mean?
Called him a draft dodger. He's like,
that's what I'm saying. It was like
brown people. Why the fuck I'm gonna go over there and try to shoot some brown people when y'all shit? Them people ain't done nothing to me.
Exactly. They didn't do nothing to him, so like he didn't want to go there. So there you go.
That's what makes him the GOAT.
And he had to sacrifice.
Besides the fighting, I call him the GOAT because of that.
He had to sacrifice. Exactly. He sacrificed for that, for what he believed in. He did that. And then you gonna be out there trying to man, come on. And then the like I said, the fights that he fought over in Africa with Frazier, and then come on, and then George Foreman. That's man, come on, bruh. Like that fight, those was epic, and he wasn't supposed to win either one of those. And he's just a man. So Tyson, I give him his props. But he never had to face nothing like Ali. Now that would be a great fight.
Some things growing up that was Ali didn't face in his childhood.
Yeah. But what I'm just saying though, he grew up in a crazy time. He grew up doing segregation. He grew up doing all that stuff. Like you think Mike Tyson could have grown up doing segregation with all them anger issues he had back then?
He grew up just fighting when he was little and fucking with them gangsters and shit.
I know, trying to keep them. You got to keep a brother off you. You know that's how it is. I'm understanding. I'm not saying. I'm just. You just talk about the debate. I'm like, okay, based on the fights, like some of those people he fought was cool, but like think about we talking about Sonny Liston. We talking about George Foreman. We talking about Frazier. We talking about.
Let me hear the outcome of the Tyson Ali fight. Where we gonna?
It's gonna go to distance.
You think
whatever
it distance?
Yeah, it would go to distance, and then or close to the distance. Maybe Ali knock him in like 11, maybe the 12th round. Like it wouldn't, like Tyson wouldn't go down easy either. But I'm just saying, I think it would be one of those like he might knock him down early. Like Tyson might get him a knockdown, but Ali would probably get back up. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that he wouldn't get him.
So I'm gonna call Tyson 5th round knockout.
Ooh, nah.
Yep.
Maybe.
I don't think Tyson gonna go down at all. I think it's gonna be one of them things where Ali just got caught slipping on a couple steps, and Tyson got him with the rush.
I mean, that very well could happen.
Anything after, if it go past that though, Ali probably win because Tyson is gonna get tired before Ali. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if Tyson caught him with one, that one punch equalizer, he definitely had that. So I don't get me wrong. All I'm saying could go right out the window for sure with like one punch, and he can catch him slipping, and it could be night. Like that's just the truth. But if it was just like the way most of the other fights went, especially back in the day when he had all the hype on there, and I'm just like, man, I don't think that he would let that happen. Considering who he when I'm talking about Frazier, when I'm talking about Foreman, when I'm talking about Liston, when I'm talking about when you talk about those dudes that he had to beat,
and
you gonna try to tell me that
Tyson got who did Tyson get for him?
Well, you gonna get Buster Douglas, you gonna get Evander Holyfield.
Buster Douglas is the one that knocked Tyson out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you gonna get qualified, but he wasn't really a qualified champion. That's one time when Tyson just got caught slipping.
Hey, that's why I named that weed strain Buster Douglas. I was like, what could knock out Tyson?
But I'm just saying, he got to your point, he got caught slipping.
Yeah.
So my point is same thing, and Ali can knock him out, especially with that jab. That jab was quick. Right. He wouldn't even see that. Bow. So
you gonna have to aim low.
Man, I don't know.
While we on the
anyway,
subject,
hey, what y'all think? Who y'all think is gonna win? Tyson, Ali? Put that down in the comments. Let me know. Let him know. We want to know. I think Ali. He think Tyson. I don't know.
Can we add a vote to this shit?
Yeah, we can add a vote. We can see a poll. We can see whatever. But I just want to.
Just put your words down there.
Yeah, put down Ali or Tyson, whichever one you feeling, because
Hey, so since we on some greatest of all time,
what,
bro? What's the greatest diss track ever released? Period. Point blank. Rah. Actually, top 3. Let's go top 3 diss tracks real quick, just because. And just talk about one diss track.
Oh, Pac, always.
Which one?
I guess it's either Pac or Kendrick, because I mean, what he did with Drake all summer long.
He got the.
I mean, that junk has just been like, dang, I can't believe it went to the Super Bowl. Come on, Pac never had that opportunity. So, and they wasn't in other countries and making memes and doing it and going all over the,
Yeah.
But so it's either between Pac or Kendrick, and I wouldn't and that's just due to errors. I don't know if his would have went if it was back in the day, you know what I'm saying, it would have maybe went just as viral if it would have happened now.
What about what's Nas's one? He got?
Ether versus
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Ether's up there. I mean, but for me, I mean, it'll probably be one of them two, just because
you know what? One I'm gonna mention that a lot of people ain't. I ain't heard nobody talk about.
Who?
Is Yuck Mouth did Breathe. Talking about
diss to who?
He was dissing the game.
Ooh.
He was making fun of his tongue ring, making fun of his when he was on that little dating show and shit. Man,
he was on the dating show.
Yeah.
Man,
Yuck Mouth clowned the shit out of him, making it hard to breathe. Man,
so
you ain't heard that one? Go check out Breathe. Yuck Mouth.
So Yuck Mouth. Okay.
Another one was King of the Hill, Ice Cube.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, he was talking about what's it called, Cypress Hill.
Well, Cypress Hill was mad because they say he stole his track.
Yeah, but then Ice Cube came back with a King of the Hill. In fact, it wasn't just Ice Cube. It was he did it on the West Side Connection album.
I mean, what was the throw your neighborhood in the air and throw your set in the air? That's the only difference in the chorus. One was throw your neighborhood in the air. The other one was throw your set in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like, damn, that is kind of coincidental.
Real. King of the Hill.
That is kind of coincidental, but I don't know. But if you had me, it would probably be between Pac and Kendrick on there. I mean,
Pac and Kendrick.
Yeah, I mean, that could be 1A, 1B, or whatever.
I think the way that so Pac's the favorite diss track I got from Pac is not a Hit 'Em Up.
What is it?
I liked the Bomb First and the other one that he did. I actually like them tracks better than Hit 'Em Up. I mean, Hit 'Em Up, he clowned the shit out of Biggie on. You feel me? He was on him, but
I mean, the first line. That's come on, bro. Like how that song make that song was on the radio, bro. That was on the radio back in the day. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you all in all around the country, people playing.
But the Bomb First, that shit go crazy. We Bomb First when we cry, please reconsider for your die.
Who y'all think?
Trying to hurt nobody tonight,
ladies and gentlemen.
My life. I'm a Bomb First. That shit go crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, who y'all got? Who
best diss track?
Best diss track. Who you think?
We taking polls today, man.
Leave it down in the comments. We want to know. Like this is interactive. When we asking you, we really want to know. We really want to hear what y'all got to say. You know what I mean?
So on that note, Mount Rushmore to West Coast.
Oh man, you still on? We still on this? Man,
yeah, we just going from thing to thing,
bruh. But we can come back to that one.
You ain't trying to get on that?
I mean, we already. We can't. That's you gonna start fights. You can't be telling people the greatest rappers of all time for the West Coast. It's too many. You can't even narrow it down past 4 people. Come on, man.
You could say like the most influential.
That's what I'm saying. You got like there's multiple.
If it's gonna be most influential, you're gonna have to say E40, Too Short, motherfucking MC Hammer, and
most influential, yeah.
And the Jack. That's it.
I mean, he was influential. I don't think he more influential. Like,
nah, yeah. That's favoritism.
I mean, you got what? You got like Ice Cube. You got Snoop.
Oh yeah, Snoop probably. It'd probably be Snoop.
I mean,
Snoop done everything. He done been on with
you
Martha
see what I'm
Stewart.
saying? So like, you got all kind of
Snoop, Too Short.
Well, you got E40. You got E40, Too Short, Snoop,
and MC
then
Hammer.
MC Hammer, Ice Cube.
Nah, Ice Cube. He an actor now. He don't count.
What you talking about? Influence? All the stuff he wrote in NWA, all the verses he wrote.
Yeah,
that's his influence. He wrote that, bruh. That's all he wrote. Most of homie verses. What you talking about? How you gonna? All right, bet.
Ice Cube ain't on there.
All right, whatever. I'm just saying he influential, and if he 5, if he on there,
we would have been on the same shit if NWA didn't come out with that.
So what'd you say?
Up on the same Northern Cali.
So what'd you say? You said E40, Too Short,
Snoop, and it's a tie between MC Hammer and Mac J because they both influenced the whole culture.
Bro, you not gonna put Tupac on there?
Pac, yeah, I could put Pac on
there. He not an influential. Pac was no influential West Coast.
Okay,
he didn't ride or die for the West Coast. He didn't go West Side. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't do none of that. He didn't represent the whole West Coast. He didn't go out there. He didn't take bullets for the West Coast.
Look, we could put Pac on there.
I'm just, man, wow. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this man gonna leave
Pac before anybody else. Check it out.
He gonna leave Pac out the Mount Rushmore in California. Excuse me, West Coast.
Even though he was banging that West Coast shit, he was nationwide, man. Pac was nationwide.
Exactly, but where did he learn his game at? Where did he learn his game
from the Bay?
Exactly. So then, where does that happen? When you take that, where did Master P? Where he learn his game at?
I don't know where Master P is from.
You know where he from, but where did he learn his game at?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where he learned his game from.
He learned his game when he came down to the Bay and he was up in Richmond and all that. Yeah, you didn't know that. See, I didn't know that he took that game. You know where he learned all that? He learned that in the Bay. That's why he took that back over there. That's Bay Area game. Like, really? That's what I'm saying. The Bay Area reach out. They come over there. They take our game. They go over there, and you 5 steps ahead. That's what man. Come on, man.
Pac is above of Mount Rushmore. You know why?
Why?
Because Mount Rushmore.
So you trying to say he above?
Indians. He destroyed they destroyed all the Native American Indians.
You the one that asked the question about Mount Rushmore.
I'm talking about Mount Rushmore, but
you the one, man.
But Pac is above that shit. He like the guy up in the sky, like, you know what I mean. So he ain't got. I'm not.
So that's why you didn't put Pac on there. All right, whatever.
He above all that.
Well, okay. Well, you trying to.
Y'all need to look up the history of Mount Rushmore in the motherfucking first place.
Well, yeah, and what's in it? Because
that was an ancient burial ground they gave to the natives, and then they took it away because they want to build some paths to it, and
you know what's in
then they carve that shit through it. It's
exactly all that stuff that's inside of it. They ain't gonna anyway.
Rushmore is a
we won't. Well, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
We won't understand what the documents and the things and and all that they got up and the other man.
We need to blow that motherfucker up.
We allegedly. All right, what we got next?
Fuck it. Let's go. Where we at now?
Man, I don't know. You was over there. We got to get off
off the rapping shit for a second.
We gotta.
So, Lil Wayne, Carter 6, this drop, bruh. You listen to it,
bruh. I just
last word, I promise.
I listen to it. It's alright.
Man, I feel like he on the verge of. You know, Too Short just came out with a new album too, and I love Too Short. It's one of my favorite rappers from back in the first album I had was a Too Short tape. I only got the clean side. My brother made it for me when I was like 6, 7 years old, and I used to slap that. You know, Life Is Too Short. Mm-hmm. Hey, Too Short was dope for that too. He made the clean side to the whole album. Feel me?
It's for radio play back in the day. Man,
right. But he was trying to do some positive things at the same time, you know what I mean? But of course. That was one of the first tapes I got when I was a little kid. I started playing that when you know what I mean?
Shout out Too Short, one of the greatest of all time, one of the most influential. I don't care what you say, around Rushmore or whatever. You better put Too Short on there.
Too Short gonna be on.
He been influencing people since been influencing people.
Hey, globally.
Exactly. That's right.
But yeah, I listened to Too Short's latest album and Lil Wayne's, and I feel like they're both kind of like, I don't know if it's losing the passion or just kind of you get older and you stop learning how to rhyme right. You feel me?
Man, I don't know about all that. I just know that. I mean, it was alright. It wasn't like. I mean, you know, some of he had some
Wayne shit was. It'd be a cool beat, and then all of a sudden he flip it to some weird shit.
I mean, he got some bars on there always.
But I ain't fuck with Lil Wayne too much since the Carter 2. Really, Carter 2 was my shit. He be on that devil worshiping shit and all that stuff, man. I mean, I ain't.
He be doing that?
Yeah.
I didn't know he on that. I'm good on that, man.
I mean, it's debatable. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, look it up. Illuminati and Lil Wayne. Same with Jay-Z. You know,
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only.
Right.
Allegedly.
Them checkered floors, man. Look at the checkered floors.
Bruh, speaking of that, I was watching them Now You See Me movies. And they talk about magic and stuff, but the magic they did through the eye. Mm-hmm. And when they went to go to the eye, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then they had the checkered floor. And I was like,
recognize that.
Hey, but the eye.
Oh, yeah, the all-seeing eye.
The checkered floor. And then you like the magic.
Baltimore, or what is it called from the Lord of the Rings? The tower?
Yeah, whatever.
It's the same thing as the all-seeing eye. It's like metaphorically speaking. Same thing as on your dollar bill.
That's some crazy. But no, it was just interesting. But like you be talking about the checkered floor.
Yeah.
And I was watching that the other day. I was like, man, okay, this movie. And then they kept going, and then I was like, oh, the all-seeing eye. That's kind of like, what's this? And then they doing magic and stuff. And then they went into the thing, and it was like all checkered floor, and I was like, oh, then it like click. The checkered floor, the eye. Mm-hmm. Y'all trying to. It's behind the scenes. Oh, it's a secret society. That was right in the rows. So like it's just anyway. It could be all coincidental. I don't know. It's just interesting because people like this guy be talking about watch out for those cues like that, and I'll be like, that's interesting. But then when you see that, and then you see the connection of that, you might be like, but that's just interesting. It could be all coincidental. I don't know that, but I did catch that. I was like, oh, I wonder is that some subliminal or is it just coincidental, or were they just playing off that in the movie for that? You know,
Yeah.
Like it could have been the
It
perception
might
of
have
the
been
movie
like they just trying
to like create that illusion. Like, oh,
Right.
people gonna be if we make it this, people gonna think
and
it's
really
this.
that's smart marketing. If
Yeah.
they did.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could all be like if you was gonna do something like you want to be creative. Oh, people might think this if I do this. Oh, he with that. Like, nah, I ain't with that. But like people might think that.
Right.
It's smart. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's up next? What we got? What we doing? How they saying? What we doing?
Hey, so we probably should have started off with this, but man,
what
the hell going on in LA right now?
Bruh, I wasn't privy to all the information, and then somebody said that they got a National Guard up in there getting up on people, bruh. And I'm like, what? How you gonna have a National Guard going on people like that? But in the military, but I that's just what I was hearing, and
Yeah.
I'm reading a little bit of things, and it's seeing that it seemed like it's some unlawful things happening, but
The ice raids, man.
yeah, that it seems that that's happening. A lot
Iceland is taking over
yeah,
America right now.
it seems that way. But the thing that was scaring me more than even the fact that was happening was the fact that it seemed like it was citizens that were fighting back to push the people out of the town, and they were using force, bottles and things of that nature.
Or to get rid of the ice people?
Yeah, which is, and I understand that, but the only thing that troubles me is, like, in order for them to declare things like martial law, then people have to be unlawful where they have to need, like, maybe overrun the police where they need that presence. And if you are, fighting against, and we got that much civil unrest, that's like the next step. I don't really want want martial law declared.
Here's what I'm hearing is that,
but that's just my innocent opinion. I don't know. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Or I'm just like, dang, that seems like that could be a precursor. It's a slippery slope. I'm not saying they wrong for doing what they doing. Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like, man, how do you protest that without like crossing so much over the line that, because it's close nowadays.
I mean, they was throwing rocks through the ice windows while they drove by, but they kept driving. But then the ice person, I seen a video of an ice truck run a guy over, back up, and drive away. So it's getting real unrest out there.
But that's what I'm saying.
But what I heard is that a lot of this is there's actually aggravators out there. And so this is almost like their purpose. Like a lot of the protests have actually been peaceful, and then they got these aggravators, these kind of like the Antifa. Remember when that shit happened?
Exactly.
And they was dropping out pallets of bricks and shit in the city?
Exactly. But that's the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So like you got to be careful.
Like government created in order to get to that point to where they can establish that
martial law. Mm-hmm. And once that happens, it's a RAP. So we got to make sure that that people. I'm just saying. I'm not saying people is wrong for wanting to get to things and make that happen, but it's just kind of crazy. That's a slippery slope, right? Because like you saying, once they portray that, or it has to be like, oh well, we gonna need that presence to come in, then that next thing you know, that's what happens, and then there's curfews, and then there's other things like that.
And you gotta know that all these people doing this, like nothing is ever like exactly as it seems. Like it's always something. It's always a means to an end. So. Like every one of these people then probably read the 48 Laws of Power and the Art of War and all that Robert Greene shit.
The powers that be have the one that's making the plays,
that's perpetrating and making the plan, like planning it out and executing the plan.
I mean, you see what's happening at the top.
They have a plan. Yeah, exactly.
Same thing, right?
So they I seen a video, and one of the people that is like the head of the ICE shit.
Yeah.
He was at the same time running this chat group that was like a racist chat group that was talking about like all the he was saying that all brown people are immigrants, brown and black people, was crazy because motherfucker, you're an immigrant. If you're not a Native American in this country, which is motherfucking tribal, Miwok, Blackfoot, motherfucking Tomahawk, any of that shit. Mm-hmm. Then we all immigrants. We all came from different places. You know what I mean? I got native blood in me. I also got blood from like 4 or 5 different countries. You feel me? We all immigrants here. So don't be saying that whole immigration shit. It kind of be bugging me, especially when you look at the fact that like this was Mexico. We said in California. California is that an English name?
Nah, it's not. But also, man, we was already here.
Yeah. Oh, I mean the native tribes. A lot of them native tribes was black tribes.
It was already here.
That's just now being kind of like that was something they tried to hide for a long time. And
check that out.
It's kind of coming to light.
You know what?
Coming to fruition. I should say.
To fruition, yeah, it is. They coming. They having to come up.
Fruition,
Mr. Berry word. Yeah, but we was already here. They try to act like they was bringing us over to somewhere. Like, man, we had been over here. We was in Hawaii. How you think all them people and all them islands out there? Yeah, I mean, yes, they dropped a lot of us off in Brazil. Mm-hmm. And that's why we got Jamaica. One of our largest congregations of us is in there. And things happen in Jamaica and the islands. But what happened over in Haiti when they dropped us off? What happened over there? And I mean, do your research
just like
on
Jamaica. They took it back.
And do your research. If it wasn't for the daggone Haitian rebellion, the French would have never have sold, and we wouldn't have got that Louisiana Purchase, and they wouldn't have got most of the west of the United States.
Hey, so you see what happened with what's his name, Ibrahim Traore, right now? In South Africa,
the African dude.
Yeah.
I heard he had I think it was a couple of weeks ago. He did not a crazy speech, but like a very public speech where he was outspoken in his views of and how he was going to proceed in the future.
Right. So this guy's a young general, right? He I think he was 22 or something at the time of taking power, and he's basically for the people. Like he was an army general. He for the people. He got the French to the French were occupying South Africa. He ran them out.
Okay.
Got them to go. Now they building their own solar car, their own electric cars. They building their own oil fields. He basically taking power back, and now he been talking. He made some deals with Russia for some minerals and shit like that, right? And so a lot of the West media is calling him like he's a dictator that took power and is running over shit, but really he taking power and giving it back to his people in his land. So
well, I mean that's one.
It's a crazy situation.
That is, of course. Well, of course you gonna label
he's
that.
He's trying to reunite Africa.
Of course you gonna label that dude as kind of crazy or a dictator
who is fighting off oppression, basically.
Exactly, and on top of that, like think about it. If you over there and somebody got all the minerals and all the things that you want, and then they realize that, oh wait a minute, we can't take it from them, or they're not going to allow us to benefit as much as you. You want to make sure, like, if something happens, you got to go over there and do that.
I mean, if
you want to label that person
land
as the bad guy, though, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to justify going over there, and to you, he is a bad guy because maybe the benefit that you was getting, you're not getting no more. So it's, I mean, that's only logical.
It just goes like the biggest. It's not the biggest genocide in the world wasn't the Jewish. It was in the Congo. Where like 20 million Congolese were killed. I
mean, I haven't done the research 100% on that, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But if that's true,
they always talk about
if
Hitler.
That's
they
true,
never talking about this other dude.
If that's true, that is the heinous crime. That's crazy. I don't know exactly. I know that there was some there was some travesties and some crazy tragedies.
King Leopold II of Belgium.
Ooh, Belgium, huh? Dang.
They came in, they took over the Congo for its resources, killed 20 million people. That ain't even in our history books. They're like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Right.
That just shows you the heinous acts that's been happening throughout the world throughout different periods of time. And so, like, when something happened over there and they like, oh, this is, I mean, it's nothing new. Like the whatever era you in, there's been somebody that's done something that's been crazy.
Now.
Yeah,
like look at how the Congo is now, where there's constantly people getting fucked up for the minerals. They all working out there. It's like a genocide going on in the Congo right now.
It's always
on Palestine, and Palestine's a fucked up situation. But nobody talking about what's going on in Congo, which is also a fucked up situation. You know why? Because this is what it is.
Oh, because they got the cell phone.
Y'all ain't gonna give these up.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna give
that's
these
where
up.
They got the where they get the stuff for the microchips,
like
right?
The little lithium or eon, whatever the hell.
It's something, I forgot. It's some mineral that they get that they use in the phones that's only found over there.
Something that's cold though is that one of the biggest backers of that is also Israel, who's so they fund that as well as what they're doing over there.
Well, that's interesting, but I mean, it's always scary when the like when you say you got the mouse in the trap, but when the mouse get out the trap and realize that it don't necessarily got to go for that cheese or you know what I mean, like. And
that's what's happening with Ibrahim.
It's like, man, hold on, I can just go this way, and
so he's a target right now. So the world's watching. That's another thing that's different too, is that we ain't been able to see all this stuff. Like now, we could look on Instagram and all this other stuff and actually see what's happening in the world, because whether they want to censor it or not, somebody out there with a damn phone recording.
Exactly, and you can record and put it on there in this instant. It's like if somebody caught it, and if it go up,
so it's becoming a lot harder for the ones in power to maintain their power with that. You know what I mean? To where it's actually.
But I mean,
like,
a lot
even in America, it's looking like we getting close to some Civil War type shit going on.
I guess, but. You got to be careful nowadays too, because of the advancement in AI technology. Yeah, like you can have things that's not necessarily true, or they could.
That's
they
also
make
true.
Stuff
like the deep fake.
Yeah, they
you seen that deep fake where they like I seen a video where Trump was talking about Elon or something, and then he's saying he banning all the cars, and it look real, sound real, but it's a fake video. Like someone just made that with their AI. That's some crazy shit, because you can't. How you gonna quote people? They just say, what if they really did say it though, and you just like, nah, that's some AI.
Well, but that's the thing. That's the generation that we live in. You don't know what you can believe when you look over there. You don't know if somebody
and there was deep faking back in the day, like the moon landing. We don't know if that was real or not.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But a lot. It's a controversial.
They say that it was in the water.
That was probably like one of the first, if it was deep fakes, one of the first deep fakes. But,
I mean, that wasn't a deep fake. That wasn't no AI technology. That's just like either done in the swimming pool or
they
done
have
underwater.
Black and white cameras and all that shit. Like,
it's either done underwater or done in a movie studio. So it's not really. It's not really.
But yeah, now having the AI be able to make things that actually.
Yeah, having the AI be able to make things. They could really
like kill something. Like Trump could already be gone, and it's an AI Trump that they got running.
They tried to say they was trying to say that the what's his name was a clone too.
That's how the computers can take over. They just gonna make people think that, because we're all watching screens. They gonna make people think that these are real people saying this real stuff. That's deep, bro.
I mean, yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
That's a possibility. That's one of the things that happen.
Our kids gonna have to go through.
In the movies and stuff, yeah, and it's only getting worse because the more we empower them.
When we was kids, we didn't even have cell phones. We had the little.
We didn't have cell phones, and we would get ghosts. Like, man, we'd be gone for hours at a time. Like, remember leaving people's houses in at night, and like you,
I'd have no connection for
hours.
Yeah, you know, days at a time. I don't have no connection to no.
And remember how some people didn't have phones at their house. They didn't pay their phone bill, so like you didn't really have no way to contact people. They'd be sitting at their house, but you didn't know if they was good or bad or whatever because they didn't have no phone.
We had answer machines too. My parents used to make the little. They used to act like Dracula and say, "Hey, leave a message." You know what I mean? Like little funny messages.
That's back in the day. Right. That's back in the day. What else? We almost out of here. What we got? We probably got one more.
You got one more.
Probably got one more. Then we got a dip.
Dun, 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 dun. This will be the last one.
What we got? What you got for me? I know you got something good for me today.
All right.
I know. I mean, it's all been good, but I'm just saying you got something else good.
Not really. What would be your last meal?
Man.
On death row.
Man, I don't want to be answering about no last meal.
What be your last meal?
I don't know. I hope, man.
It's your last meal. What you eating?
I don't know, man. Something good. I don't know. You got cravings. I don't know what I would be because maybe at the time something I would be wanting that is be different.
True, like I don't always want like one thing.
Like that day I could be craving a cheeseburger or maybe I want a steak that day, or maybe I want some lobster, or maybe I want some fish, or maybe I want just some French fries. Maybe I want some spaghetti or pasta with some garlic bread and some wine or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want some elk.
Man, all that shit.
Maybe I want some venison. Man, any one of those could be possibilities, but I don't know at that time. Like some days you want more.
What?
Or some.
I'm gonna want one of them. What them steaks with the long bone in it? That what they call jackhammer
tomahawks.
Yeah, on the tomahawk steaks, right? I'm gonna use that bone. And I'm gonna escape it. Shit, I'm stabbing motherfuckers in the neck.
He like, well, if I get caught and they get me, I was about to go out anyway, so
yeah, exactly.
I might as well go out swinging.
I'm gonna eat it all first, just you know what I mean, just so I get my last fill.
So you gonna go out on a full stomach?
I ain't gonna eat half and then go at him and be like, hold on, I gotta finish my meal. Okay.
I was just playing. I was playing.
Yeah.
I was just seeing if y'all
get my last meal, motherfucker.
I was just seeing if y'all was ready.
Right.
Man, you good? All right. Let me just finish this. Nah. I would. I don't know. Like, yeah, that would depend on the mood of the month. All right, we get one more since that was quick. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Can't believe you was leaving Pac off the Mount Rushmore. Man,
I told you he above Mount Rushmore.
Man, you tried to say
Mount
that.
Rushmore
You tried to say that later, bruh. You came back, man.
That was about reasoning.
Man. Poetic Justice.
40. Snoop.
Gridlock.
And
Above the Rim.
That's not a rap.
Just saying, he was outside. He did that. He paved the way so the other rappers could do that stuff.
What about
he paved the way so we can have.
What about Pac's favorite rapper though?
But
ain't nobody mentioned.
He paved the way so we can have shows like Power. So 50 Cent can actually be out there and do that.
Sebo paved the way to influence Pac on his raps.
I got that, but he didn't
influence your influence.
But he didn't influence
Who's
the
your
world.
favorite rapper? That was Sebo.
But
you can look it up. Pac's favorite rapper was Sebo.
But the question was, who was the one that was most influential? And Pac was more influential because around the world his name is known more than Sebo.
Yeah, it's true.
He had more influence.
What's just the three greatest West Coast rappers that fucking influenced this greatest motherfucker bar for bar?
I mean, that's a loaded question. I mean, obviously you got bar for bar, just saying the most creative and like, I mean, think about
this. Like,
first off, you got to put 40 up there because 40, like the slang that he has, it's just like it's just influential. We just use words like that all the time, and I don't even be realizing that. And that's probably a 40ism. And I have my own J.Kendall isms, and I probably got that because I've been at 40 and I just make up words, and you do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm making my dictionary now.
It's just because we probably, we grew up listening to 40, and that's how you do.
Right. But that's just a bad thing in general. He ain't the only one that do that.
I'm not saying he the only one, but he one of the most like
he one of the ones that
one of the most influential because of his songs that got out and people be talking about a lot of.
Then he had a dictionary he made.
Yep, and then obviously again, bar for bar though.
Ain't even gotta be bar for bar. This the.
I'm talking about just like stuff that's most memorable. Like, that's a straight loaded. Man, we already went over the Mount Rushmore. It's gonna be similar people.
Yeah,
it's not gonna really. It's not. I'm
gonna put Zach on there somewhere though, cause.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And probably Mac Dre too, cause on my head I know every Mac. I didn't know this until recently, cause I can't remember where the hell I put my keys. Or what my wife said last night, but I can remember every motherfucking Mac Dre song bar for bar. I was just talking this with a coworker. I was like, oh, that's where my memory went. I got Tupac and Mac Dre songs stuck in my head that just ate up all my memory, and that's all it's full of.
That's true. That is definitely true. True.
Yes, sir.
All right. You ain't got nothing else for me?
I don't think so. I'll keep looking.
Otherwise, we about to be out.
Hey, just to let y'all know, we gonna have some guests upcoming in the future. We gonna have a couple guests.
Oh yeah, we got some guests lined up for you.
Guests, holla too.
Yeah, we got some guests lined up. We gonna got people. We gonna get them down on the couch.
Some real ones
we gonna pick their brain. You know, so you're gonna get to see our interview skills as well as just
right. Let them pick some topics too. You know what I mean? We gonna have some topics. They gonna pick some topics. We gonna rock with it.
Yeah. So we got some things in store.
Have some fun with it.
And some other things. We're not gonna let the cat out the bag yet, but we just letting y'all know we got some things in store for you. So stay tuned. If you ain't got nothing else, we about to be out.
Peace.
It's your boy J.Kendall.
Oh yeah. It's E. Peace.
And we out. Peace.
Where the little thumb thing going up? It doesn't do it when I do a thumb up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
hit that like button.
Bubble thing.
Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment.
Mother.